Hello friends and welcome. Today I wanted to do a quick PSA on the Tormentors that were recently added into the game because I think they are going to become a problem for the Dota 2 community. Now it's not as serious as I'm making it sound. I mainly thought of this as clickbait to get more people to watch it because the people who don't usually watch educational videos but watch drama ones, they're the ones who probably really need to hear this. So I'm doing this for the good of the community. Now, the best way to explain this is to compare it to Roshan, which, as many of you know, is very important to do. But for many of the Dota 2 community, it is an afterthought, and they think of it after they throw on the high ground once or twice. It's like 40 or 50 minutes into the game at this point, and they think, damn, it's kind of hard to break high ground. Is there something to do? Instead, oh, I guess we'll take this Roshan thing. And if they had taken it like 30 minutes ago, they could be on the third Roshan by now and have had thousands and thousands of gold from Roshan alone, let alone from the advantage of having the early Roshan to get map control and win team fights and all of that. The game would have been so much easier. But Roshan, Aegis, that's old news. People built bad habits and it was hard to turn that into like better prioritization of Roshan. The Tormentors are still brand new. We have to get ahead of this now because you can feel it. I don't need to describe it. You know it. It's right here. It's right here. The anger and the frustration of knowing you need to do Roshan, knowing you can do Roshan, that you'll win the game and the team will not come together to do it, that really, really hurts. And so I don't want that to happen with Tormentors, which are maybe not as significant as Roshan, but I think they are still very valuable for the team. Whoever kills the Tormentor gets 250 gold. That's pretty good, but not nearly as good as the 1400 gold your team gets in the form of a free Aghanim shard randomly assigned to one of the two lowest net worth heroes. The first shard is probably going to go to one of your support players. Wait, core players, don't go yet, hang on. Sometimes you just have to do things that don't directly benefit you. You should not litter. You should pick up your dog's poop, return your shopping carts to the return areas, and you should do the Tormentors with your team because this is a video game and it actually will directly benefit you. Your supports being stronger means that you can take better fights. You can get kills. Ooh, kills, that sounds good, right? That is useful, but you might actually get one of these shards because once you pick up the first Tormentor, whoever got that shard is now out of the equation, which means if you actually go steal the enemy's Tormentor or maybe pick up another one at the 30-ish minute mark, right? You could now get a shard because it's probably the other support and then one of the cores, whoever's the next lowest net worth. And then after that one, guess what? We're just moving up the list. The more Tormentors you kill, the more likely you're getting a free shard. Eventually, if everyone has a shard, the Tormentor gives 280 gold NXP to each team member, which is 1400 gold in total, gold NXP, plus that 250 bounty, plus you're denying it from the enemy. We have to come together as a team to do the Tormentor because it is difficult to do alone. Though not impossible, I've seen heroes like TA, Alchemist, PL, several heroes can do it, but for most lineups, it's going to take several people because of the way this works. The Tormentor reflects 70% of the damage it takes back to the heroes in the area as magical damage. This damage is evenly split though. So if you have one hero, they have to take 100% of the damage. But if you have two heroes, that's 50% each. 3 heroes, 33%. You throw in some illusions, they count, but they take 200% of the damage. You know, the more heroes and illusions in the area, the less damage you individually have to take. How much damage do I really have to take? 2,500 at minimum, because it also regenerates at 100 HP per second. The Tormentor is effectively a DPS check objective, and if you do not meet that DPS limit, you die. Now, I'm just kidding. You could just stop attacking and, nothing will happen to you, but you won't kill it either and start getting that sweet gold and free shards. So you'd like to bring a team to increase the amount of damage you can do in a short time span to limit the amount of damage you'll take, which by bringing more heroes, you also take less because you then divide it amongst everyone. Every time you kill a Tormentor, it's going to become harder. It will increase the amount it regenerates by 100 HP per second. So the second one will have 200 HP per second. The next one will have 300 HP per second. And the reflected damage also goes up. So from 70% up to 90%, 110%, and so on. There are certain heroes who make this easier, so ones that bring illusions, one that just have really high damage. If you have magic resistance, especially AoE or a magic resistance for your team, that helps because it limits the amount of reflected damage to you. Summoned heroes can help you kill it faster, but they will not take damage, and you can't cheese it with them either, because once you leave the area, all the summons will just die when they hit the Tormentor. I don't really know why. I think it's a unique mechanic so that it can't be cheesed, but Sniper, he's someone who can cheese it by DPSing outside the reflected area. There are other ways to do it, and I'm sure we'll explore this topic more in the future, but the easiest way to do it is the simple, straightforward way. Just bring a lot of heroes, attack it all together, and you can clear it, kill it, get the money, get going, start building that up. And you can do some cool stuff, right? It doesn't have to be exactly at 20 minutes, but generally the sooner you do it, the better, because it can start to respawn. You can go steal the enemy's Tormentor, TP back, or maybe take the Twin Gate back, go do your Tormentor. In a short time span, that is over 3,000 net worth going to your team. 3,000, that is a lot. And then in 10 minutes, you can do it again. Not only is your team getting it, more specifically, the enemy team isn't getting it, and we love to deny people of fun and happiness here in Dota, so think about that. So until a patch changes this, it will generally be good to do the Tormentors as soon as possible, and then when they respawn, do them again as soon as possible. It will be good for your team. Let's get ahead of this as a community so it does not become as frustrating as trying to get everyone to do Roshan. The Tormentors are good. Put your shopping carts back. Don't litter. Do your Tormentors. Thank you. I'll see you in another video.